Hey there, it is the day before Halloween and tonight we're gonna get a freeze and I don't have a lot of time because it's dropping fast, it's not raining and the sun is actually out for once, and so I've got to go around and get everything I can, harvest the last of everything and bring it in the house before it freezes so I don't lose, well, I'm just gonna not lose as much as I can. So maybe I can do a video at the end and show you what I brought inside. Wish me luck. I am leaving very little behind. Over here, I got all of the marigolds that I can use for tea. I just noticed these radishes went to seed. I'm actually gonna pull that and then let those dry, maybe in the basement for radish seed. I pulled as much of the marigold, the dead marigold heads that were dried out. I pulled those so I could save those for seed. I got all the jalapenos. I could see they're green on green, so they're a little hard to see, but I think I got them all. I got some sweet peppers over there. I got some habaneros. Here's a little peek at my bags here. And now I've got to go get more bags because I still have potatoes in the ground that I planted midsummer. I don't know if you saw, but earlier in the year I had a big bag of potato seed that I found from a local farm market. It's this awesome place. Anyway, I planted 50 pounds of potatoes right here, and it wasn't the ideal time of year. It was a lot later than the ideal time of year. So now, in the not ideal time to be harvesting, when my fingers are gonna fall off, I need to find where these potatoes are. So it's kind of tricky to find where they are. Let me just demonstrate real quick. You can see these are dug up mounds right here, these craters, and I stopped right here. So here's what a not completely dead potato vine looks like. Most of them are more dead than this, so this one's nice that it's looking like this. Most of them look like this. And so I have to find where that is and then just kind of dig around that area, and there are the potatoes that grew from that vine. And there aren't very many. Again, this was a total experiment. Here's the one that I planted. We call that the mom. See how the vine used the nutrients from this potato to grow these potatoes. And I'm probably gonna leave some in here on accident. They will not keep growing because they're just gonna rot in the cold. So I hope I can find as many as I can. But there you go, one plant had 3 little potatoes. The potato patch is as empty as it's gonna be. Sorry if I'm breathing heavy. I don't know how long I was out here, probably about an hour. I think I got most of them. So what I'm really glad that I did was do straight lines. I'm not very much for straight lines, but my rows were pretty straight, and since the plant itself had mostly died back and I planted them pretty evenly apart, I was able to just dig where I thought I probably would have planted one, and there usually was a plant there. There usually was potatoes there. Here's a little tiny one that I missed. Oops. Oh, my glove's in the way. There it is. Anyway, most of these, if you see one in the dirt, that's the original mother potato right there. But I got way more than I expected since I've already been out here digging them a couple times. So this time was just to go in that straight row, get all the stragglers, and I actually had way more stragglers. Look at all these. There's 1, 2, 3, and then a couple in that one. And I'm gonna get a final weight on these because I was just really curious, was this worth the time investment? It was definitely worth the $5 that I got the 50-pound bag of seed potatoes for. That was a no-brainer. But the time investment and the work that I did, it was very, very hot and sweaty when I first hoed this area so that I could make potato plants here. So we'll see how much we got. Okay, so here are what we've got before today. So, I mean, this is a ton of potatoes. I got accurate, what does that say? 21 point, I can't, 21.6. Okay, I got that twice. I don't know how heavy this is. I'll have to weigh that. Okay, so this is my number before today. Okay, this tiny one is 7 ounces. Okay, here's bag number 1 from today. Okay, 5 pounds, 13 ounces. Okay, here's the next one. Can't do that, please. All right, we have 6 pounds, 13 ounces. It's actually close, 6 pounds, 11 ounces. Okay, there's my totals for the potato patch. I'm gonna do some math here. All right, here's my total. Less than what we planted, so it was not ideal. But if you need to make your seed potatoes last and be edible until next season, put them in the ground, let them reproduce, and now you have 40 pounds of potatoes that you can take into the winter. I think it was worth the experiment, and had I had a well-cultivated ground, they might have grown more, and if I grew them at the right time of year, it definitely would have grown more. Well, good morning. It is the morning of the first frost. We all slept in today and took the day off because today is also Halloween. So we didn't do school. We're just gonna have some fun doing pumpkins and getting our costumes ready so we can go trick-or-treating tonight. But I did say that I would show what all I brought in from the outside to save from the frost last night. So I guess I'll go around and show what we brought in. It's a lot. The kids brought in all the pumpkins. We have a few really nice big ones. I can't believe this one didn't rot. Look at the back of this one. See that big hole in the back? It didn't rot. And so somebody gets to carve that tonight. There's another big one for carving and all these pretties that we saved. This is completely full of mini pumpkins. And then there's mini pumpkins all around the house. And I can't forget this perfect jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. We're definitely going to be saving the seeds from that one and growing that one's babies next year. That is such a gorgeous pumpkin. It didn't get attacked by the animals and the bugs the way the others did, and I think it might be because it was green for so long. Maybe they couldn't see it, and then it turned orange as it ripened. Now we're in the floor of the dining room here, and these are all the tomatoes, and we've got some sweet peppers here as well. Some of the tomatoes have gotten a little bit rough looking, so I've got to deal with those really soon. And then Eli went out and got all the cherry tomatoes. I pulled as many of the herbs as I could. So we've got oregano because I need to use that for sauce. Rosemary because this is going to completely die down. I'll have to replant that next year. There's tons of sage out there, so I thought I'd get some of that. I've got some thyme right here in the dill. I don't know how well this dill will dry, but we'll see. This is the flower stage, and there are some actual seeds here. And then some more thyme. Potatoes. I'm going to have to lay these out to dry. And then what else? Oh yeah, jalapenos. Tons of jalapenos. Those are the deadheads from the marigolds. Here's the actual marigold flowers that I need to take the petals off and dry those for tea. And then more habanero peppers. And now we're in the pantry, and I've got all my succulents that were definitely going to get mushy and dead if they stayed out last night. So here they are, looking beautiful. I'm going to have to repot these and get them all ready for winter. And then last but not least, we have Gus, our pineapple plant. He's never grown a pineapple. I grew this from a pineapple. And then his little friend down here, we named him Sean. There should be at some point a flower stalk growing up out of, these spider webs here. But we've never had a flower stalk yet, so maybe I could increase the fertilizer this year and see what happens. There you go. Oh, there's some basil behind me. It was a mad dash yesterday to get everything in. I think we got everything we needed to get in, and now it's just a matter of putting it all up and keeping it safe until the end of winter. I said it might snow. It's snowing. Our first. Look at this. First snow of the year. It's beautiful. I hope it doesn't last. We're gonna be cold tonight.
Halloween!
Halloween. Happy Halloween.